All right, y'all, welcome back to another gear review here at Wild and Kingdom, which is what we call truth tellers, where we tell the truth about gear that we've actually used, not because we were paid to.
Yep.
And which is better for us because it means we don't have to be biased.
We are
about
not
it.
paid for these. Jasper and I are both gear geeks, and here's the deal. Here's why people do. Why do you do this? Well, here's why we do it. We do it because it's expensive stuff, and man, I listen to reviews.
Same.
I watch reviews. If I'm going to buy something from Fishpond, I'm scoping it out because I want to know. And so, truth tellers, we do pay for these. We do not have a deal with Fishpond. So, if we don't like it, something about it, we are going to tell you. So, launch into it. This was, you can say, it was seen on Jasper's episode at Wild and Kingdom. We drop one episode a month, and that episode is it's called Unexpected. It's Jasper's story as a country songwriter and what happened to him in that space. And so we were fishing in Montana, and that's where I was first introduced to this.
Yeah, so this is the Fishpond Thunderhead. This is the small version. They have a large version too. I specifically chose to go the small version, which we can talk about why later. But this is the system that I use when I'm wade fishing. This is where I keep all my fly boxes that I need. This is where I keep any tool at all that I might need while I'm on the water. It's where my phone stays, it's where my key stays, where my wallet stays, it's where my whole life stays while I'm on that river. So this goes around your waist. You could keep it in front of you.
In my case, it goes around my leg because your waist is so small. I was just looking at that minute ago going, I don't think I could wrap that around my quad.
You could do it. You could do it. You could size it up. Everyone fishes their system differently, whether it's a chest pack, whether it's a one-side sling, backpack. I have all of those, and I've fished all of those, and those all have an application purpose while I'm fishing too. But this is the one that I found suits me the best. I fish this with it behind my back. Now, I will fling it around to my front if I'm in the middle of the river and I need to quickly get something out, my fly box, tip it to retie quickly. But while I'm fishing, it stays behind me. And we've done a review on my Fishpond net, and as Jason mentioned in that review, my Fishpond net slips directly between this pack and my back. And
there's no cord.
There's no cord.
And it rides like a beast.
I don't even know it's there. It doesn't hurt my back. But when it comes to this specifically, the thing that I'll say first off the bat is it's so light. It's so light. But even though it's light, it's still made extremely well.
Yeah, I've never seen Fishpond make anything bad.
No.
I'm sure they have, but I personally, I've had a lot of Fishpond stuff over the years, and I bought a vest years ago. It's held up like the day I bought it, and I've put it through a lot of torture in the Northwest as we've gone fishing. But yeah, they make quality stuff. They just do.
Yeah, they do. The main thing on here that's quality is the zipper, which is obviously
so. Okay, I got a question about that.
Yeah.
So I'll jump ahead a little bit. We always ask ourselves if you could change one thing, what would you change? One of the things I noticed was how that zipper it literally was like gliding over butter. I couldn't get over it. You're like, but you have to lubricate it.
Yes. And
I'm like, oh, well, and it made me think, like, would that frustrate me to have to always remember to keep it lubed, like with Carmex, or you can use Carmex. I mean, I'm sure there's a special lube you can get, but Carmex it's Vaseline. Mm-hmm. So A, why do you have to lubricate it? And B, what do you lubricate it with? So what's the reason, and then what do you use?
The reason is because eventually there is so much dry friction that comes from the zipper on here.
Is that because they're making every attempt to waterproof it?
Yes, the zipper is waterproof. That's what's keeping this thing.
Okay.
Essentially, if you fell in the water, or God forbid you dropped it off of you, which should never happen.
Yeah.
No water's going to get in there.
Okay.
And so you need it. The lubrication is going to keep it from cracking.
Okay.
Because as soon as that thing cracks, you're no longer waterproof.
So it doesn't dry rot.
So every single waterproof bag, if there's a zipper on it, you should be lubricating it. I did not learn that from this. I have a waterproof backpack from Hella Dry, which used to be called High and Dry until I think they got in a lawsuit. Mm-hmm. I didn't lubricate it, and I cracked one of the zippers. Thank God I was still under a warranty. I sent it back. They literally wrote me a note by hand and put it in the backpack and was like, if you do not start lubricating your zippers, you're going to continue to have this problem.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, okay, then I'm lubricating everything, which this one came with its own lubrication thing. I don't even know where it is. I lost it somewhere. My Yeti bag came with one. I used the Yeti one on here. It's Vaseline.
Yeah.
That's all it is. So if you, whatever your dry bag is, if it's got a zipper on it,
you just take it with your finger and rub it across there.
Yeah,
or something?
and like the one that came with the Yeti bag was literally like a chapstick.
Okay.
And I just leave it in the bag. So I just always have it on there.
So what's your favorite feature other than the weight?
All right, I'm going to tell you two things that are massive features, but one of them is my favorite over the other one. I'll start with the one that's not. There's literally countless 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different spots on here, and on those 10,
D-loops.
They all have multiple on there. I guess you could say there's probably 20 different places of contact that you could use to attach your why do I say that the wrong way?
Hemostats.
Hemostats, yes.
Hemostats.
Or like Jason probably will remember in Montana, and you'll see it in the episode, it's where I attached my tippet holder.
Yeah, you did.
Straight to the bag. And, whatever it is that you want to customize on here, there's 20 different places of contact for you to be able to do that. That's not my favorite thing about this bag, though. My favorite thing is actually on the inside, and I'll actually just take it out. Within the inside of the bag, there's another dry-proof bag inside of there.
That's really your makeup kit because you are a songwriter and an artist, so you do have to have a little eyeliner from time to time.
This is actually where I keep my keys, my phone, and my wallet. It zips up itself, and it just Velcros right on the inside of the bag.
So you can take it out if you want to? Or?
Yeah, so for me, it's double protection. Even if this thing does get a leak in it, I have the most important things that can't get wet in here, and it Velcros right on the inside.
Okay.
I think even though this is the small version, and it probably looks pretty small on the outside, I had 4 different dry boxes in here.
Yeah, I never, watching you change out your stuff or going for a fly, I never got the impression that you were cramped.
No, never cramped. And that's inclusive of this being in there with my phone, my wallet, and my keys.
Sure.
So it's got plenty of storage in it, and it's made super well. The only thing that I'll say is the reason that I chose not to go the large version, and the dude that at Fly South in Nashville, he was like, man, I love the large one because I can put my boxes in there and I can still put a folded up hoodie in there or a rain jacket.
Yeah.
Which was important for him in case it started raining. Only reason I don't do that is because if I'm going to be out by myself or filming by myself, which I do often, then I have my waterproof backpack on me too.
Okay.
So I'll put my camera in there, and that's
you've
where
got a gear bag.
Yeah, that's where I'll put my hoodie or my rain jacket or whatever. I don't need it for that.
So let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
One of the questions we always ask on Truth Tellers is if you had a direct line to the CEO or to the engineers, and you could make a modification, what would you if you don't, sometimes we're like, nah, I don't think I'd change a lot. If you had to make a change, what would it be?
Yeah, and we've talked about this before, and I think we had different opinions a little bit. I would have moved one of these points of contact right here on the bottom. I used to fish a Orvis pack that on the bottom had these options of D-loops and whatever else, and that's where I hung my tippet versus hanging it off the side. Is it the biggest deal in the world? No, it literally doesn't matter. I just liked that on the Orvis pack, and I would do that. The other thing that I would say that would make a major difference for me, and this is just them being smart about making money, almost like Apple not giving you the phone charger and the phone case anymore, is they make an attachment that attaches, I believe it's to this side, or whatever side it is, I can't remember, probably either one. That's a water bottle attachment.
Okay.
I wish so badly they would have just given me that with the pack.
Yeah.
Because I'm always like, when I don't carry my backpack, I don't have the room in here to put my water bottle.
You can't throw it in there. Oh.
And I wish that they would have just
So that brings up a point. One of the things we said in Montana was, man, we needed to start bringing a water filtration pump.
Yeah.
Because throughout, we would be on the rivers 8 hours a day.
Yep.
And if we were waiting and walking, a couple miles into the backcountry, you can't carry all that stuff,
Nope.
Okay. So one thing about that, though, on the bottom of that thing, if I were going to make a modification, I would reinforce the bottom. It's all the same material.
Yep.
Setting that on boulders over time, it would add a tiny bit of weight. I would do some type of encasement, and it doesn't even have to be hard rubber.
Yeah.
But just put another piece, double layer it or something.
Sure. I actually totally agree with that. If that was a little more stiff on the bottom, I would like that a little bit better.
You wouldn't hate it.
Yeah. It's a good call out. Overall, I love this thing. I could see myself at one point in the future, if I ever made an upgrade, I would keep this and just get the larger one. But again, for what I need the larger one for, that's why I have my waterproof backpack.
Well, good job, Fishpond.
Yep.
If you want these, check them out. If you want to, look at send out the review, or if you want to see more reviews, what I was trying to say, we don't sell anything, but if you want to see more reviews on stuff we do, go to wildandkingdom.com. You can click on the YouTube icon, and we can click on Truth Tellers, and we'll let you know what we honestly think.
Yeah, and if you love what we're doing here or our podcast or the shows, It helps us out more than you know just to hit subscribe. That's a
Yep.
you know you probably hear that in every YouTube video, but
You do hear
we
it.
say it and everybody says it because it matters.
It does matter. The most important thing you can do is put your email address in our homepage, wildandkingdom.com. That's how our episodes, if you wanted to see Jasper's episode and you wanted to deliver it straight to your inbox on the month that it comes out, then that's where you get it.
And I'll say one more thing on that too is, and the reason we're not just asking for your email because we just want you. Something that if you haven't noticed yet, you'll know eventually. Social media likes to take things down. Social media likes to block type of content. When it comes to the outdoors, we see a lot of our friends and partners in the outdoor space that lose content, if not lose whole channels.
Yep.
And this is no different than any other business, you know? And so that's why things like email matter. So if we ever go down or something ever happens to us, we can still contact you with hopefully the content
a
that
new
you're
show.
Loving.
Yeah, we're future-proofing our ministry, you know, because we don't trust third parties like Meta and all these other parties. We just, you know, all the social media, we don't trust them. So, yeah. All right, there it is. Truth Tellers.
See you on the next one.